Welcome to Clemson, South Carolina, as we finish up the ACC softball weekend. Last game on the slate, it's number 10 Florida State, now with the nation's longest active win streak, 20 straight games, taking on the Clemson Tigers here at McWhorter Stadium as the Noles look for the sweep. Hi there again with two-time national champion Aaron Miller. I'm Alex Perlman. Okay, so looking at this series, you might say it's been really one-sided, right? Florida State looking for the sweep. Not necessarily the case, though.
Clemson has been so good. I know that they've dropped the first two games, but all three facets of their game have been right at the doorstep where they have been good. Unfortunately, Florida State has been great. What we've seen from Clemson, well, it started with this. Yesterday, they tied up the game off the suicide squeeze bunt. One of the toughest offensive executional plays on the books. A perfect relay. They threw out Beecham at home plate. The defense has been money. We also saw the middle infield. Kylie Chanel at shortstop roll up some beauties to the middle of the infield. But of course, it's just a matter of time, Alex, the ticking time bomb of the Florida State offense. This was the two-run shot heard around the world off the bat of Anna Hine, and that was enough for Florida State to run away with it.
It was in the top of the sixth. This Noles team this season has just been relentless. They run the bases as well as anybody, putting pressure on opposing defenses, and they have continued to do it on the road in a very difficult place to play here at McWhorter Stadium. Issa Torres once again in the leadoff spot. Interestingly enough, they have tamed the nation's toughest bat to do just that. 609 batting average, down from over 650 coming in. She is 1 for 8 in this series, followed by Beecham, Danley, and Ruggiero to get us started. And it is Friday night's starter for Clemson in the circle. We are going to see the ace of this staff, Sierra Manis, as Clemson tries to get one. First pitch fouled off, and we are underway. Another beautiful early evening here in Clemson, South Carolina.
Manis a full 7 innings this weekend. Gonna see her spray all 4 quadrants. A lot of ground ball out. She'll hammer low in the zone.
Issa Torres, who set the NCAA mark, 16 for 16 recently. Not bad. She's going to bounce this one over to Chanel. Has to be quick. Not in time. Issa Torres beats it out. And she is on to start off this game. Does Clemson potentially want to take a look at this one is the question, though.
Well, we will take another look at this. It's really well struck up the middle of this field. Chanel having to cut across the diamond. And I do think that's the right call. Issa Torres legging that one out. That's her second base hit of the weekend.
I think if you told Clemson head coach John Rittman that you were going to hold Issa Torres to just 2 for 9 and she'd get her second hit at the beginning of game 3, he would have said, well, we're at least going to try to win this series in the last one. But Florida State's execution, they're the best fielding team in the ACC by far. 986 coming into this game, and they have yet to make an error here in Clemson this weekend. Jason E. Beecham is having a great series. You can see 3 for 7 with a run driven in. Bouncer over to short. Chanel to the dive, has no play.
I mean, neither one of these hits resulting in an out, but that is the type of defense, the excellent effort from Chanel at shortstop. She has been lights out all weekend long. 2 back-to-back infield singles. Manis inducing ground balls for sure, but both of them resulting in base hits.
This one on the ground once again. Second one. Collins only has that play to Chanel. They cut down Beecham, but now runners on the corners and 1 out. Inducing very weak contact so far here for Manis.
Staying low in the zone. You'll see Manis in the upper 60s, so it's going to get on you fairly quickly.
Here's the cleanup hitter, Bella Ruggiero, stepping in. The redshirt freshman from West Palm Beach taking low and away.
Defense sucked in just a bit. You can see shortstop and second base, both Collins and Chanel pinched inside, if not even with the base path. And this is part of knowing who's in the circle. You know that you're going to see some action on the dirt, giving your arm, giving your defense the best support possible, which is setting themselves up to make these plays.
Runner goes, they're gonna throw through. Chanel does cut it off, and that almost could have been pretty catastrophic for Clemson.
I'm trying to understand here if Corey Hicks communicated that this was going to be a throw through, if this was supposed to be cut off by Manis in the circle. That ball looks low enough to where Manis easily could have caught it instead of ducking.
It seemed like some wires were crossed there, no?
Good thing for the athleticism of Chanel, able to cut that ball off.
That's so true, or else Florida State's winning this game already. And now the bases are juiced. You know, free pass is something that Clemson pitchers have really struggled with. That is now the 11th walk of this series for Florida State offensively, and John Rittman is very quickly going to go out and talk to his team. Bases loaded and 1 out so far in the top of the first.
Yeah, already a quick meeting from John Rittman in the circle. You know, this is something that he was very honest with us about. Of all the pieces of their game that have to be elite this weekend in order to have success off Florida State, pitching had to be the area that was elevated. So quickly finding some pressure here in the first inning. Bases are loaded, less than 2 outs, and he's going to take a pulse check for a moment.
So Abby Dunning is right now in the bullpen. So you got Torres on third, Danley on second, Ruggiero on first. They're loaded. And the very dangerous Anaheim stepping up. I mean, you saw it at the top of the show. The difference maker yesterday afternoon with a 2-run shot in the 6th that won it 4-2. And now she's down in the count, 0-2 as Manis steps right back in. She's had such a great season, kind of taking over as the ace of this team. And last year, Reese Basinger and Brooke McCubbin throwing 78% of the team's innings. This is an excuse me grounder over to second, only play for Collins to first, and Florida State breaks through here in the first inning.
Just getting peppered with ground balls here.
Nothing has left the infield.
Nothing, yeah, you're exactly right. This is part of Manis's game plan, is to keep the ball in the dirt. But it feels like death by 1,000 paper cuts so far in the top of the first.
It really does, and this is what Florida State can do to a defense. They put so much pressure on Shelby McKenzie now. 2 more in scoring position, and she's up in the count. 2 balls and no strikes on Manis. Two for 6 with a double in games 1 and 2. Went fishing in the river and came up empty, 2-1. In front of the plate, Manis goes to first. And that will do it. So she does get out of the inning. The bases were loaded with 1 out, only 1 run in. Clemson coming up for the first time next. John Rittman and Clemson here in the series finale. Jamison Brockenbrough atop the lineup. She walked and scored to start off Clemson's day yesterday. One change is that Sarah Bro is back in the lineup. Taylor Pipkins plays left. Kylie Johnson is out. She started the first two games, and Marion Collins shifts back over from the hot corner to second, and she is once again batting cleanup against Jazzy Francic. Francic started the first game of this series, went 3 1/3, gave up just 1 run on 3 hits, couple walks, no strikeouts. Francic, you can't really say is the ace of this staff because they don't have one necessarily. They are so deep. Here's what Francic's coming at you with.
We've got 4 arms that we've seen so far this weekend out of Florida State. Mentioned Francic pitching 3 1/3 so far this series, and a sophomore that hums it up to almost 70 miles an hour, can pull the string on the changeup in the mid-40s. The thing that impressed me so much about Jazzy Francic and talking to Coach Alameda about this arm is she determines the speed. The only thing that Coach determines is the location and the pitch type, but how fast that pitch moves to home plate, that is entirely in Francic's hand.
Having trouble finding the zone though early on. She has been more the go-to arm than anybody else though on this deep pitching staff for Lonnie Alameda. Year number 18 for her at Florida State. She started 14 of the last 31 games now. Francic 12-1, tied for the most wins in the ACC. And there's a 4-pitch walk to Brockenbrough. Now she might only be 1 for 4 in this series, but she's now drawn 4 walks. Exactly what you want out of your leadoff hitter.
We saw this yesterday for Florida State, walking the leadoff 1, 2, 3, 4 times in game 2. I mean, it's a cardinal sin in our game. We talk about it often.
Bunted by Chanel. There's Griggs. Flips over to Heller in time. Good sacrifice, though, as it goes down 3-4 in your book. Well, we know that Chanel can bunt.
Yeah, the short game has been really sharp for Clemson. I talked about this yesterday. My love for the short game. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to the ability to lay down a bunt, and just as I was bragging on the bunt, about that time is when FSU hit the 2-run shot.
That's right. And I was like, I'll show you how to bunt.
Take your bunt, I'll up the ante with a 2-run home.
Yeah, responsible for winning the game on one swing of the bat. Now Mac Pavesi 1 for 6 here in this series for the terrific freshman for Clemson. She gets into that to left. Not too deep, though, as Danley tracks back, makes the play. A start and stop from Brockenbrough, and she's held at second. Two away for Marion Collins. 9 runs driven in her last 11 games. She continues to come up to the plate in spots where Clemson needs a big swing. They need something to stop the momentum from Florida State of this series. And this might be hyperbole, but kind of when you think about those first 2 games, it's almost like the older brother holding the younger brother's head while they're trying to scratch and claw and punch the younger brother, the older brother that is, because just whatever Clemson has tried hasn't worked. This is over to second, and there's Heller once again. Every time they've been right on the cusp, it's been Florida State that has shut the door, and no different here in the first inning of game 3.
The ground balls happen in the first inning. She got eaten up, though, by those ground balls, even though that is the name of her game. You can see this heat map. When she keeps it in that red zone, low, hard drop balls at the knees, she keeps it on the dirt. That's her MO. I'm looking at the numbers over here, too, Alex. 80% of her ground balls happen in the lower portion of that strike zone. So that's the power of a hard grounder, keeping the ball to fall off the table. You'll keep the ball in the yard.
5 balls so far hit on the ground in just the first inning alone. Florida State was able to push one across, but they left 2 runners in scoring position as Shelby McKenzie grounded out right back to Manis, and she will deal to Kennedy Harp. Get us back underway here in the second. It's 7, 8, and 9 coming up for the Seminoles. A team that has won 20 straight games. Right now, that is the longest active win streak in the nation. And the only reason is because of very recent losses. Texas just had their 29-game win streak snapped by Texas A&M, bitter rival this afternoon. That was on ESPN. Oklahoma's came to an end last night. Ripped to center field, Brockenbrough drifts and makes the play. Couple of softball series finales coming up on Saturday, and they both involve Clemson and Florida State. First, number 10, Seminoles hosting Notre Dame. That's at 2 Eastern. Clemson then goes to number 12, Virginia Tech at 6. Saturday on ACC Network and on the ESPN app. It's going to be a big series, specifically Clemson and Virginia Tech, because right now the Tigers are just 6-5 in the ACC. This weekend, they did drop their first conference series, but the first ones they had only won 2 or 3 games. Brockenbrough's way once again. 2 outs.
2 balls in the air. 2 quick outs for Manis.
Go figure, right? Virginia Tech so far 6-2 on the season. They are one of 3 teams with 2 losses. Duke is 10-2. Virginia's 9-2. Hokies are 6-2. And Florida State sitting atop, the only unbeaten team at 8-0. Inside to deal to Haley Griggs in the number 9 spot.
I think it does speak to a little bit of adjustment from Florida State, though. The right approach to be successful on a drop ball is to see it deep in the stance. It's very easy to get out in front of a ball that breaks low at the knees. That's why you see a lot of rollover ground balls. So from a timing and an approach perspective at the plate, you got to see it into the stance deep.
Would you try to physically move a little bit further back
personally
in the box?
I wouldn't, just because it adds another variable to a constant that you don't really want to change. But I would be setting up trying to hit it opposite field for sure.
No problem for Collins. Kind of what Griggs did, but she hit it right at the Clemson second baseman. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Manis in the second. NFCA Hall of Famer and 7-time ACC Coach of the Year now in season number 18, and a huge milestone is on tap. If Florida State beats Clemson and sweeps this series, she wins her 1,000th career game, which would join Clemson skipper John Rittman as the latest member of the 1,000 win club. Special career for her.
We were taking bets, you and me, if she even knows. I wonder if she's even aware.
I do not think
My
so.
gut tells me probably not. She's so locked into the moment.
Got some business to do, though. Yes, they do have a 1-0 lead thanks to some small ball in the first, but this is a Clemson team that is not going to be easy to put away, especially here at home. Macy Cintron starts it off, the reigning ACC Freshman of the Year. Cintron, then Noller, and then the Oklahoma transfer catcher, Corey Hicks.
Big-time leader out of Cintron. I mean, this is a voice that isn't necessarily loud, but it's one that is really respected. This is a team that listens to her when she speaks, when she has something to say, when she's trying to influence this squad. She's got a big impact.
And just like Brockenbrough did in the bottom of the first, it'll be a 4-pitch walk now to Cintron.
I mean, at this point, you might as well just put one on first. That's been the telltale for FSU, is leadoff walks. It's been the Achilles heel.
They have been able to work around it, though. Florida State's now walked 9 in this series, but only 2 of them have come around to score. And they might erase one here to short. Torres the first in time, and Noller grounds into the 4-6-3 double play. Seen a lot of twin killings this series as well.
Noller's been struggling a bit at the plate, especially in a situation with runners on. You know, as a lefty, you're going to get challenged on the inner half of the plate for this specific reason. A roll-up ground ball, double play.
And now Hicks one hop over to Beecham, and that will do it. Once again, the leadoff walk goes away. And Florida State looking to add to its 1-0 lead after this. Issa Torres in the first 2 games of this series was just 1 for 8. Aaron, why did this specific mix of pitches work so well?
Well, key in on the drop ball, right? She's seeing predominantly strikes or balls, but low in the zone, right at the knees. Well, 6 of the outs that she's made have been ground balls. Granted, she did have a ground ball base hit back in the first, but if I'm scouting her right now, I'm keeping the ball low at the knees. I mean, there tends to be a little bit of success there. I think she's anxious right at the plate. I was looking just at the numbers. I mean, she came into this weekend hitting .636. She's now hitting, I believe it is 609. But 125 on the weekend coming into game 3. And I think it's as a result of the success that the Arms have had against her with the drop ball. Heat map shows it there as well.
Torres puts this one in the air with power. Goodbye! Almost knocked out our cameraman in the process. That was not on the ground. Torres leaves the yard, and it's 2-0 Seminoles.
I swear FSU can hear us in the booth. I talked about the bunt love yesterday. They hit the home run shot. We talk about the success that Clemson has had on the drop ball. And this one, notice the location, hung high. That's letter high against Issa Torres. And if you miss up Broadway against this bat, it's a matter of time before she makes you pay. And I know that swing had to feel good.
Anytime you come in 1 for 8 for a player that was hitting over 650, you would have to think it was only a matter of time. Jason A. Beecham flares it not deep to right, and there is Cintron. Issa Torres doing damage in almost more ways than one. Noah bailed on it, and probably a smart play, because if he tries to catch that, I wouldn't imagine his hand's going to feel very good. No, he made the right move. You know, honestly, it was very professional, very nonchalant. He knew where it was the entire time. Cool, calm, and collected out there. Good job, Noah. You probably don't think you're going to get one out there that high up in center field. But Issa Torres at the plate, sometimes you do. She really is just the full package. She can do absolutely everything. A generational player. Roller to short, collected by Chanel. Strong throw across the diamond to get Danley 2 away. Torres already broke the school record last year, hitting .436. She only has to hit about 300 the rest of the way to break her own record. And I'm going to be sure to ask Lonnie Alameda about Issa Torres when we come back for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. There really aren't enough superlatives. And every year she just tries to grow her game, coming back from each season, trying to get better. And a really hard worker, too. Lonnie telling us that she has to be the one to stop her from running bases at practice. Maybe, tone it back. It's a long season. And Florida State is hoping that it becomes a really long season and to get back to Oklahoma City to the Women's College World Series. 5 of the last 10 years they've played in it. A couple of runner-ups in 2021 and 2023 in the 2018 National Championship with Jesse Warren and company. Payoff missed. 2 walks allowed by Manis, and both of them were to Bella Ruggiero.
Corey Hicks going to have a word. I think this is about managing strike zone. You notice when Manis gets behind early, she struggles to dig her way out of that hole. That was the case with both of the walks against Ruggiero and against Hind, who's stepping in. We saw the 2-run shot from her in game 2. you have to go straight at this hitter. You cannot afford to get behind in a hitter's count.
That drop ball a little bit too low. Hine just one hit in this series, but it was that 2-run home run last night that changed the game.
Wow. Just low, just outside. I get it. If you're Manis, you're not wanting to play close. But pitching now behind 2 balls, no strikes, so tough. Tough to come back from.
And do some weak contact there. You know, we have seen Travis Wilson over there in the third base coach's box make some very nice plays. Now 3-1. That one missed upstairs. "15 seasons next to Lonnie Alameda in the dugout. What a tandem." Over towards the bullpen. It will make its way in.
Offensive specialist for Florida State, really into the numbers, the data. One of the great offensive minds in our game.
This is popped up on the infield for Chanel. Makes the call and the catch, but Florida State adds another.
You know this had to feel good. It was a matter of time. Came into this game 1 for 8. She's already 2 for 2.
Lonnie Alameda and Florida State going for the sweep, already up 2-0. That second run coming on the solo shot from Isa Torres. Lonnie, how important has Torres been to this season, and how nice was it to see her kind of snap out of a little bit of a down series for her, surprisingly?
Down series, you know. You're like every fan that walks by, like, Isa, are you going 3 for 3 today? What's going on? Like, hey, people, it's a little tough to do what she's been doing, right? So, I mean, it's been a fun ride, and she's an amazing human, and, you know, she's got speed that plays too, and she's a tough out and does a great job at shortstop. So, yeah, so can't ride the highs and lows of this game, and when you have a highlight streak like that, you know, I think that, you know, and sometimes she's like, man, and I'm like, Isa, stop it. You know, like, it's been pretty awesome. So, yeah, no. Glad she's an all, and she's awesome for the game.
Coach, coming into this weekend, you and I talked a lot about Francic in the circle and her ability to determine speeds based on what she's comfortable with.
Yep.
That trust obviously developed with you over time, but what have you seen right now in trusting her stuff through 3 innings?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like from here, of course, we're all, you know, opinionated on the side, but it looks like a little tight zone. So definitely got to be in the zone and mix speeds on, you know, good swings. And so that's something we talk about every inning, kind of what you're feeling. And, you know, I think it's her curveball and her rise ball fastball that she can mix a little bit, and we're starting to get a little down stuff that we can mix some speeds with too. So just evolving. The hitting game is evolving, so we got to be better on the pitching side of it. So we're trying to get creative, and she's got a creative mind on that and competes with it.
I love it.
Lonnie, thanks as always. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Sarah Bro will lead off against Francic. She was right, though. Very tight zone so far, and we saw it with Manis last inning. There were a couple calls that she thought maybe she could have gotten, but you got to adjust to every umpire, and Aaron Golden might be calling it a little closer, but as long as he does it for both sides, that's all you can ask for. And there is strike one, dealt to Bro. It's Sarah Bro, Taylor Pipkins, and then top of the order for Jamison Brockenbrough. Clemson trailing by 2.
Here's the off speed, so already a 10-mile-an-hour differential in the same spot. Right at the knees. That's what makes this arm so devastating, is you're going to see similar spin, similar rotation and location, but 3 different speeds.
Wasted that one there. Francic has given up just 3 runs over her last 6 appearances. ERA of 1.77 coming into the game. Former top 10 finalist for Freshman of the Year last year. She is going to be a huge part of this team, and one that Lonnie Alameda told us specifically she is so excited for, because you get to see the growth on this roster. They're going to lose 2 seniors.
Yeah.
They lose Maddie Fry and McKenna Reed. Other than that, pretty much everybody is back that they're going to welcome into 2 years of growth. And this year, obviously, is a season that they could win a national championship. You never count out Florida State. Even if they don't, this team's going to be so dangerous next year. Two-two is high to shallow right field. And Ruggiero makes the catch, one away.
Now this is a young team. You know, just looking at the starting order for Florida State, you've got 4 freshmen playing offense. Looking at just their staff, they've got 2 freshmen. You mentioned the sophomore in the circle. I really loved to hear and understand the inside of Coach's brain about young athletes, young impact players. She said, I always stress to my freshmen or my incoming transfers that are still young, you don't want to have an asterisk next to that first year. You really want to do your best to hit the ground running. Learn as you play, learn as you try, learn as you fail. She said this team does a great job of embracing effort, even if it doesn't yield quote unquote success.
And also, Aaron, that message that Lonnie just told us about, she talked about it constantly. There is no reason to ride the highs and the lows. You know, it's a long season. You get in slumps, you get in hot streaks. Like, you know, Issa Torres going 16 for 16. That's not sustainable, but maybe it's something that, you know, she thinks she should be doing every time. It's just not going to happen, so you cannot think that way. Just pass the bat however you can get it done. This is going to be a tough play for Beecham, and she makes it. Off balance to get Taylor Pipkins at first base.
I will be shocked if this is not challenged by John Rittman.
He's going to get his time first to talk to first base umpire Donald Brown.
We're going to get a look at it here. A great effort from Beecham. Just the blind eye from us up in the booth. This was clearly safe, and I think that to me looks pretty definitive. This will get overturned.
First of 2 challenges for Clemson. So for the moment, Pipkins is out on the ground ball to Beecham, but we're going to take one more quick look at it.
There's the foot.
Oh, yeah. The ball's not close to the glove.
I would be shocked if this is not overturned.
This shouldn't take very long here from Aaron Golden and Jose Chaparro and the staff of Donald Brown umpiring this game. So the call overturns, and Pipkins is on with the infield single. You know, you'd be around the game long enough, Aaron, and you watch as plays develop, and you kind of like do some mental math as it's happening of who's running, how slowly is that hit, how off balance is the third baseman, and you kind of think, especially on that ground ball, you're like, they can't get her. They're not going to get her on this. And that is not what happened. They did not. Pipkins on first, one out. And Jamison Brockenbrough is the tying run at the plate. Well, Brockenbrough put the ball in play. She has 4 walks this series, including to lead off Clemson in the first. Got the top of the zone there. Brockenbrough's second year at Clemson, started her collegiate career at Tennessee. And had to replace Mackenzie Clark coming in, now in the AUSL's Carolina Blaze. And just did a great job last season and rips this one to right, just in front of the track. Bergero has it. Gave it a ride, but it's out number 2. Talk to Clemson head coach John Rittman when we come back, the latest member of the 1,000 win club. Did it not too long ago. He's got 1,013 of them now, but picked it up in an upset over number 12 Mississippi State, which is a really big win for this team that was absolutely rolling going into ACC play. They had recently run-ruled Georgia, beat Mississippi State in non-conference, Oregon, Liberty. They blitzed South Carolina on Wednesday as well. That's why maybe it's a little surprising. I mean, you run-rule an SEC team, and South Carolina's a top 25 SEC team, and your biggest rival. And then come in here, and the Bats have not been able to figure it out against Florida State yet. One and 2 on Chanel, who had a sac bunt her first time up. In the hole on the left side, and the inning continues.
This is just the time for Clemson. The story for me this entire weekend is that the Tigers have been standing at the doorstep, right? They've been knocking on the door and knocking on the door, and they chip away and they chip away, but they just haven't been able to really effectively kick the door in, cash it in. They are handed opportunities, leadoff walks, base hit here, base hit there, but they just have been unable to really put the foot on the pedal and push it to the floorboard. And this, to me, 2 on, 2 out, you gotta find a way. You just have to find a way offensively to get a run here, at least one.
Clemson 0-for-2 with runners in scoring position this evening. This is one of the bats, though, you are excited to have up. Mac Pavesi steps in, takes low. The #1 infielder in the country coming out of high school. Freshman from Canton, Georgia, who has just stepped in and fit in so well in this program. Bouncer, and that will make its way into right field. Pipkins around third, she scores. Cut the deficit in half, and Aaron, Clemson does get at least 1 in here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, this was a must-have. This was absolutely a must-have. Where we are in this ball game, we're halfway through this game 3. Pavesi had to find a way, and she does it so well. This is not hit super hard, but it's behind the runners. It allows them to advance 60 feet, scores a run. It's big time at bat.
And it truly was in the perfect spot. Now Marion Collins once again. Collins came up with a runner in scoring position in the first. Brockenbrough walked to start that inning and was stranded right there. She bounced out to second base. Seeming in this series to always come up in the spot they need her. But can she finally take advantage? Now even at 1-1. The most that Francic has had to labor here in this game so far. And Aaron, this is the magic of video review. Florida State's out of this inning if they can't look at that play at first base. It's resulted in at least 1 run here for Clemson. 3-1. Cintron's on deck for the Tigers.
Francic pressing a little bit in the circle. It feels like, or it appears from my perspective, she's throwing through her break, through her spin.
Up the middle, Francic has it and flips over to Griggs. But Clemson does get 1. And they cut the deficit in half. We've played 3 here in Clemson. Time with Clemson head coach John Rittman. You got one back in the third, putting some better swings on the ball against Jazzy Francic. What have you seen from your spot?
Yeah, you know, their pitching staff has kept us off balance all weekend, really. You know, we're seems like every ball we hit hard is right at somebody. But we got a lot of fight. You know, we're finding ways to manufacture some runs and score some runs. And you know, we just got to stay mentally tough here, and hopefully our offense gets going a little bit. Manis has been fantastic in the circle so far. Tora is one of the hottest hitters in the country. You know, she left the ball up, and she made her pay for that. In the first inning, they got a couple of seeing eye hits and got the clutch hit to score a run. But I like the way we're playing. I mean, we got to figure it out offensively a little bit. But, you know, you got to stay positive, and you got to keep battling at the plate against these pitchers.
John, thank you so much for the time, as always.
Thank you.
Kind of covered everything right there.
He really did.
We got a little bit of everything.
I mean, my next ask for him was, what does it take to finally kick the door in, right? In game 3, they've been knocking on the door all weekend long, and he answered it. He must have read my mind. They got to stay focused, and I don't disagree with that. Sometimes it's just staying the course.
Also, keeping Florida State off the scoreboard would help. Shelby McKenzie takes outside. Then Kennedy Hart, Marin Heller, and if anybody reaches, the number 9 hitter Haley Griggs for the Seminoles in the top of the 4th inning. Another excellent crowd on hand here as the weekend comes to a close. Off the end of the bat to third. Bro off balance makes the play. If you haven't watched a lot of Clemson softball this season, I mean, just keep your eye on Sarah Bro defensively. She has such soft hands. An excellent arm over there at third is just a true freshman.
Yeah, that eats her up right off the handle. Bro cutting across the field to make that off-foot throw. It's a nice first out.
Kennedy Harp now. Looking for her first hit of this series. Nothing for 6. She has drawn 2 walks, though. It really has kind of felt a bit like a super regional this weekend. The intensity, the type of talent that we've seen out there on the field. 2-1 missed outside.
Man is still trying to establish that strike zone. You'd think through 4 innings that she would have established especially that curve drop low and away to righties, but she has not gotten that call. And honestly, I don't know that she's really found the lane of that strike zone on the outer half.
And the 3-2 is down. It's a baseball doubleheader for you Thursday right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. First of 3 in both series. First, number 9, Virginia hosting 10th-ranked Florida State, who just won their series against Duke this weekend. And then Louisville and the Blue Devils squaring off in Durham. First pitch swinging. Heller fouls it away. How frustrating do you think is that for Manis? I know, obviously, you're an offensive player, but to not be able to kind of settle in with the strike zone this late in the ball game, I know we're only midway through, but it makes a difference.
Just the ability to get ahead. I mean, that's the biggest thing for a pitcher, is take control early.
That's fair. Ripped down the left field line. Pipkins cuts it off. Harp into third before the throw. Second and third on the double from Heller, her second 2-bagger of this series.
That's not a bad pitch. That's right at the kneecaps, the lowest part of the strike zone, but the whip, the barrel whip in the hands of Heller, pull side down the left field line. Big situation here now for Haley Griggs.
This is a huge moment for as the infield comes in. That's down the right field line, and it floats foul. You know, because Griggs is arguably the highest touted player this year's class. She won the Ohio Gatorade Player of the Year, ranked number 6 in the country out of high school, depending on which publication you're reading, but she's only hitting .247 this season.
One of the standout freshmen for Florida State. Mentioned the youth on this team. You very rarely hear a head coach talk about a freshman class that steps in and impresses upperclassmen during a fitness test. Well, that's exactly what happened this year for Florida State. Said the upperclassmen came in winded, a little out of shape from a fun summer, but not the freshmen. They played all summer long. You know how it goes. I can remember, you know, playing 4 or 5 games in a day. You're surviving on a Diet Coke and a cheeseburger, a hot dog, and
maybe a Snickers.
Maybe a Snickers. That was my mid-game pick-me-up, was the Diet Coke and the Snickers. But yeah, I mean, this freshman class for Florida State came in and just blew the socks off of the upperclassmen.
Double-barreled action there in the bullpen that you could see. Not only Kira Crosby, but also yesterday's starter, Abby Dunning. They both pitched earlier in this series and yesterday. This is a big spot right here, second and third. One out. Clemson scores in the bottom half of the third inning, and immediately the Seminoles, reigning ACC regular season champions, are threatening once again. 2-1. Two balls and two strikes on Griggs. And now the count full. And yes, first base is open, but look who's on deck. You don't want to face Issa Torres with the bases juiced. Chanel dives, has it, and they've got the runner in a run down. Heller, the run's gonna score. Heller's tagged out by Manis. And they do get it out, but Florida State has another run, and Heller is much worse for the wear than Manis is. And Lonnie Alameda is going to chat with umpire Donald Brown.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that this chat is potentially about obstruction, trying to get back to the base. Did she have a lane? I mean, this is the age-old conversation that I know for us as analysts, and I know for head coaches as well. You try and navigate it. You understand the play is unfolding for Manis. You can see she sprints to second base. She's got to get in line to potentially do this rundown. And I mean, yeah, you could make the argument, is there a path for Heller to get back to second base?
Well, here's Issa Torres with two outs. Can't hold up. Well, where does Manis receive the ball? It's a big question when it, comes to that and whether or not, because if she has the ball, she can, tag her out, no problem. 0-1, bounce her over to first, and there is Pavesi. So any further damage is avoided. We'll continue to ruminate over that last play. 3-1, Florida State through 3.5.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
On Saturday's lacrosse matchups right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. Next Saturday, the number 6 ranked men coming off of a loss to Syracuse hosting Virginia. That's at noon Eastern. And then at 4, the 17th ranked women and 5th ranked Orange. Two of the top 4 teams in the ACC standings. North Carolina is #1. Perfect 7-0 so far in conference play. We welcome you back to McWhirter Stadium, along with the two-time national champion, Aaron Miller. I'm Alex Perlman. Finishing up this series as Florida State looks to continue the nation's longest active winning streak, 20 games. McKenna Sturgis going to come in for Danley in left field. She'll move to the designated player. Though we have seen Danley do it all. She not only started yesterday's game in the circle, she hit for herself, and then after she was taken out, an inning of work in the circle, she goes to play left field, then becomes a designated player, and then finishes the game earning the win to move to 7-1 after getting the save in game 1. She really has been kind of do-it-all Danley. And we'll see much more of her before we are done today. Cintron up in the count, 2 balls and a strike. She walked her first time up. So we might see Danley back in the circle. She was warming up and just a moment ago, and there she is again. Never gets any rest, Ashton Danley. She is always on the move somewhere. And there's a leadoff walk. So for the 3rd time out of 4 innings now, Clemson has had the leadoff hitter on via the walk. And amazingly, it's when Francic got the first out and the leadoff hitter in Bro last inning that Clemson scored. None of those leadoff walks have come around to score yet.
Looks like there may be a change in the circle. Yeah, and this hasn't been a result of one arm. This has been a consistent blemish for the entire staff of Florida State. And if I'm Coacha, I mean, that's something that I have to see cleaned up as ACC play and potentially postseason progresses. That is, again, a cardinal sin of our game. And I think Clemson has not done a very good job of capitalizing on that free pass. So, you know, Seminoles taking a little bit of an exhale and that they haven't come around to score and hurt them. But going forward, the leadoff walks just have to get cleaned up.
I mean, just like you were saying, Aaron, now that's 4 walks in this game that Francic allowed. Well, interestingly enough, or 3 walks, I should say, so that's 10 in this series, and only 2 of them have come around to score. Florida State's giving him a chance, but we'll see if McKenna Reed can shut the door here with 1 on and nobody out, bottom 4.
Senior.
One of those 2 seniors that we mentioned. The only 2 players, by the way, on this roster that have ever played a game here inside McWhirter Stadium coming into the weekend.
Yeah, much different look than Francic. This is a high velo arm, lives up in the zone, a rise ball spin.
We saw McKenna Reed in the middle of that win on Friday night. Came in for Francic as well after she had thrown 3 1/3. And then Reed gave up just 1 hit, 2 1/3 innings of shutout ball. Kylie Johnson is going to come in and run for Cintron. Tying run at the plate. And it's the very capable bat of Julia Noller, who has been playing much, much better as of late. Got off to a really tough start. Her average was at 207 at the start of the month. Coming into this game all the way up to 272, hitting .414 the last 10 games with 7 runs driven in. And they need her power bat here against Reed in this lefty-lefty matchup. Got her to pop it up. Does it stay in play? Beecham runs out of room into the Florida State dugout.
And Noller grounded into that double play back in the second. This being another situation now with 2 strikes, where she's got to play it smart, understanding that there is a duck on the pond here.
Back up the middle, Heller, Torres, over to Griggs. How pretty. The best defensive team in the ACC rolls it again against Noller.
Second double play off the bat of Noller. This one actually not as textbook, not a can of corn for the FSU defense. A beautiful backhanded gloved toss to Torres. My goodness. If that doesn't show you what the best defense in the nation can do, I don't know what will.
Coming in fielding 986, have not made an error in this series so far. And I would argue have made the opposite of errors, whatever that is. They've made every defensive play and made it look easy. So now Corey Hicks comes up with nobody on and 2 outs after that leadoff walk to Cintron. So it's still going to be only 2 walks out of the 10 issued by Florida State in this series that have come around to score. One and one on the Oklahoma transfer. That got off the end of the bat, and it floats out to Sturgis. So thanks to the pretty twin killing, it's 1-2-3 go the Tigers here in the 4th. Just like in the series opener, Florida State jumped out to the lead first with the bases loaded. An RBI ground out from Anaheim got the scoring started. And then in the 3rd, Issa Torres made her mark on this series with a solo shot. Clemson in the bottom half of the inning snuck one through to get one back off the bat of Mac Pavesi. But then in the 4th, a little more small ball after the double by Marin Heller. Haley Griggs with that fielder's choice. There was a long rundown that got in the middle of it as well with Heller. That's neither here nor there. The run came in to score as Harp made it 3-1. And that is where we sit here in the top half of the 5th with Manis back out in the circle, who has really not pitched poorly. But there's just no offense to speak of right now for Clemson. They've combined for 4 runs in this series. And Beecham starts it off with a laced single into left.
Beecham has so much strength, specifically to the pull side. And we've seen her hammer that 5-6 power alley multiple times. When she's able to really extend through contact, she's hard to stop.
Here's Danley. Nothing for 2 today. Might see her in the circle as well at some point. New right fielder is Taylor Pipkins, and Kylie Johnson stays in the game. And she is in left. Came in a pinch run for Citron. There's Kylie. Johnson started the previous 2 games in left field in this series. She was the hero against Florida State in the ACC Tournament Championship game. 2-run homer in the top half of the 7th inning. Gave him the lead, and the Tigers took home their first conference trophy. This young program, only 7 seasons now, and counting for the Clemson Tigers softball team. And amazingly, in those years, they've already got a regular season and tournament championship win. There's Manis, stays with it, and throws strong over to first. Pavesi has it, and there's out number 1, but Beecham advances to second.
Manis inducing a ground ball right back at her. Takes the sure out at first.
Manis has really done everything she can to keep this potent Florida State offense at bay. During this 20-game win streak, the Seminoles are hitting .397 and averaging 9.5 runs per game. In each of these first 2, they have only scored 4 against Clemson. You know, it's not, Aaron, one of those series where, you know, there's been fireworks back and forth and crazy games, walk-offs. It just seems like, to summarize it, it's been Florida State doing just enough to get 2 wins.
Yeah, I do think this series, though, has highlighted...
Up the middle, Chanel gets it, throws in time.
I think it's highlighted areas for both of these teams that require some attention. If they want to have success moving forward, there are areas that have to be stronger. And when I look at Clemson, I think there's just too many opportunities that weren't capitalized upon, whether that's free bases.
To third, Bro knocks it down, but Florida State's got another run. Anna Hine drives in her, potentially, depending on how that is scored, if it is indeed an infield single, she's got her 4th RBI.
This one's smoked, pull side. That's a 1-hop off of the web of the glove of Bro at third base.
I mean, that's got to be an infield single. That would have been a really tough play for Bro, and they do call it a hit.
If you're Florida State, I think the area that you can't overlook is all the leadoff walks. Just too many free passes given. But when you are Florida State, you've got the best defense in the nation.
You can rely on that pitching and defense.
You can get away with some of this every now and then.
Lonnie Alameda going to put their senior Maddie Fry into the game as she pinch runs for Hine. I like what you're saying, though. Like, this has kind of been a diagnostic series for both teams, because there are clearly areas that if Clemson's going to make a deep run in the postseason, they will have to shore up. Like, you cannot go into the NCAA tournament and walk as many opposing batters. They've actually played pretty good defense for the most part. And then, of course, you do need to hit. If you're not scoring runs against the types of teams you're going to see once the NCAA tournament rolls around, it's going to be a very short run for you. You could also say the same thing for Florida State, though, offensively. Up the middle, there's Chanel, and she will touch second to get Clemson out of this 5th inning, but they just keep adding on, and they've scored in 4 out of the 5 frames so far. Hands play brought to you by Allstate. Not a tough decision on this one.
I mean, that was one of the better double plays I've seen all season long. Looks very easy. Heller makes it look smooth as silk, but that takes a lot of reps for that play to look that good.
It certainly does, and the freshman starting it off with aplomb. 4-1 Florida State, bottom of the 5th. Maddie Fry's going to stay in. She pinch ran for Anaheim behind the plate. Now she's going to catch for the other senior battery now here with McKenna Reed. And Maddie Fry getting her first defensive action here in this series. Sarah Bro steps up, excuse me, foul back. Bro, Pipkins, Brockenbrough. 8-9 and 1 dues. Now, time is starting to get short for the Clemson Tigers if they're looking to avoid this sweep. And I would argue that if that does happen, Clemson falls to 6-6 in the ACC. Right at 500, you've got a lot of teams that are above you who are going to be fighting for that crown. 0-2 is high, twisting into the bullpen. Just barely. Nice effort from Griggs there. But, regular season championship is probably out the window at that point. And this is a Clemson team that has its eyes set on, doing what they did last year. Pushing arguably the #1 team in the country and the reigning national champion Texas to the brink. But they are going to have to shore up a couple areas and get some big ACC wins. Because they've played a lot of the tough competition already. They have a tough schedule, though. I mean, Virginia Tech is next. They'll have Virginia and Duke as well as Pitt to finish the year. The opportunities are there to bolster their RPI. But they're going to have to earn it.
Reed finally setting herself up in a situation here to be in control. 2 quick strikes. Pitchers count, a nice change of pace. Facing the first batter of the inning.
Bro gets under it, deep center field, not deep enough. Harps pulls it in just in front of the track. Series finale's coming up next Saturday. 10th ranked Florida State looking to continue their good work against Notre Dame. That's at 2 Eastern, and then these Clemson Tigers we mentioned will face Virginia Tech, number 12 team in the country on the road. 6 Eastern, right here on ACC Network and on the ESPN app. That's going to be a very difficult series. And Notre Dame took care of business at home this weekend against Cal, took 2 of 3. Today's first game, because of weather, was at 10 a.m.
Big day of softball. Nebraska securing the series against UCLA. Ole Miss, this was a big one. Ole Miss taking the series from number 4 Tennessee. An unranked Ole Miss.
Their first 2 SEC wins. They were 0-9 coming into this series.
Arkansas took the series from Florida.
Okay, but the game of the day was in the ACC. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Duke beats Stanford to win that series. The rubber match finishes 17-14 after Stanford had scored 5 in the top of the 7th. Duke comes back and plates 9 in the bottom. That's insane. You would have thought for sure, with 3 outs to go, Stanford would have had that wrapped up. This is to third for Beecham.
Texas A&M managing to squeak a win in Austin. It's a big one. I think that's the beauty of playing a team 3 times. Even though A&M not walking away with the series win, that one win does come with a lot of weight.
I think it was their first, something around this time, swinging a foul back from Brockenbrough. Something like their first regular season win against Texas since like 2012. It's been a really long time. And a bitter rival now, an in-conference rival with Oklahoma and Texas joining the SEC last year. But was most interesting on the Florida State perspective is that the 2 teams who had longer current winning streaks both lost this weekend. Texas falling to Texas A&M today, and then Oklahoma losing to LSU yesterday. Another one in the infield. This one's in foul ground. It's for Griggs. So Reed has come in and has retired all 5 hitters that she has seen. And the Noles still leading it by 3 after 5. Series finale at McWhorter Stadium here in Clemson, which has kind of fallen into a bit of a chill the last couple of days, especially with this 6 o'clock local time start. Yesterday was 12, so the sun was shining and it was early afternoon, but now it's getting to be nighttime. We got some sweatshirts, some pullovers, saw a big down coat, but it was maroon, so I'm guessing, or garnet technically. Oh, that's a nice old school. That's got to be a starter, right? Starter jacket right there. Retro. You're not surprised though, the fans coming from Florida are going to think that this is chilly.
We've got a little heater, a little foot heater rolling here in the booth.
I don't hate that. One of the many things that McWhorter Stadium boasts. I mean, the entire athletic complex is incredible.
Yeah, we got treated like VIPs this weekend.
We did.
We got a whole tour. We got to roll around and see all the new beautiful developments on campus at Clemson. Wyatt Performance Center just across the parking lot. Opened last fall. My goodness, we got to eat breakfast.
Yeah, the Watt is just incredible. And then you go even further up the hill to the Recovery Center as that one is bounced over to Manis. She picks it up but bobbled, and because of it, Harp is safe. And she leads off the 6th with an infield single.
Another infield single. Manis, the just split-second bobble in the glove, I think was the difference between that being safe and out.
Probably would have been a pretty close play anyway. And now Heller takes a pitch just outside.
That Watt Performance Center has a whole bistro.
You got to experience
the
bistro.
I did.
Yes.
I had breakfast up there. World-class weightlifting facility. The Recovery Center. I got to sit in a massage chair. You got to sit in a weightless water bed.
I did, a dry float. That was up the hill though at the other Recovery Center.
I mean,
it was incredible.
Unbelievable.
It's like a water bed. Bro has it, throws over to first, not in time. Good base running by Harp, getting back quick. Heller laced that to Bro.
They even had, this is another smack off of the bat of Heller. She's been so elite at the plate this weekend. Aaron Heller's seen it well. They even had a stylist room in that performance center where you can have a stylist come in to do the hair, the makeup, the whole 9 yards, whether it's a photo shoot, a content day, or just prepping for the game. You know, you got to look good, to feel good, to play good.
No question.
I get it.
Oh, 0-2 now here on Haley Griggs. Looking for her first hit today. And this is up the middle. She has it. First and second, one away for Florida State, threatening for more. They already lead it 4-1 here in the top of the 6th. Good weekend here for Lonnie Alameda. Could become even more special. Her 1,000th career win is on the line. And they only need 6 defensive outs to get it. Pulled back the butt, and there's strike 1. Ready for Manis's 100th pitch on a 2-1 to Torres. And Torres makes her pay into right center field, and it flies over the wall. Florida State breaks it open with Issa Torres' second bomb of the night. 82 miles an hour off Isa Torres' scorching bat.
You know, she may have started slow this weekend, but she's making up for it here in Game 3. She is 3 for 4, 2 bombs and a single. And I'm gonna tell you, these 2 home runs, they got out of Dodge quick. More like line drive shots, frozen ropes.
You don't see 82 miles off the bat very often, and that's her 7th home run of this season. I was just waiting to see, would it be high enough to clear the wall? Because you knew that it would have the distance. And so Manis is burned by the hottest hitter in college softball right now, Isa Torres. 2 homers, 4 driven in. And Manis is going to exit. Kira Crosby enters for Clemson. He had a good day yesterday against Florida State. Came in and threw the final 1 1/3 innings. Didn't give up any runs on a hit with a walk and a strikeout. And now she comes into a game, though, it's 7-1. She has just got to hold the Noles down and Aaron hope that her offense starts to figure it out.
A really good changeup out of this arm. I think that's the difference between her and Manis. This is a crafty arm, a young arm that's starting to figure some things out in the circle for Clemson, and she'll be needed here in this situation. Only 1 out on the board.
She'll face Beecham to start off her night. So Isa Torres with today, I'm telling you, I mean, somehow in this series, the first 2 games, her slugging percentage fell below 1,000. But it's going to be up above 1,000 after that 2 home run day. She also snapped her 13-game hitting streak yesterday, but hoping to start a new one here with quite an evening.
There's the off speed out of the hand of Crosby. Beecham has had a phenomenal weekend. 2 singles so far in Game 3. A lot of power at the plate for Beecham. Pull side dominant. I think does a really good job too of protecting Torres. The first 3, I think, of this order do such a nice job of protecting each other.
Beecham was about to take the leg guard off instead, and strike 2. Payoff from Crosby. And there's ball 4.
You know, if you're a pitcher, you face Isa Torres, the top of this order. You can't not attack her in the strike zone, but of course you get too sweet over the wide of that plate. You start to see her apply some damage, which she's done so far in Game 3. And then behind Torres.
To first, step on the bag, 1 on to second, not in time. Chanel had to apply the tag, didn't get it down. And Beecham beat it out.
You've got to face Beecham. You've got to face Danley, Ruggiero. I mean, this is the potency of the Florida State lineup that makes this team so deadly. You pair that with elite defense. You pair that with their base running prowess. They're hard to silence.
You know, in Manis coming into this game had only given up 4 home runs on the season. So from 4 to 6 in 5 1/3 innings, thanks to Isa Torres. 1-1 on Ruggiero. 0 for 1 today, couple of walks. Clemson with 6 outs to work with. They do have 2, 3, and 4 coming up in the bottom half of the 6th inning. You'd think it would happen there. Two on the redshirt freshman. That didn't miss by much.
That off speed definitely gives you something to think about at the plate, especially with 2 strikes.
The payoff in there, right down the heart. And Ruggiero is down on strikes. But 3 more runs on the board, 1 swing by Isa Torres. It's time to see what the Tigers are made of as we go to the bottom of the 6th, down 7-1 to the ACC favorites, Florida State, looking to fend off a sweep. John Rittman getting into his team. He has been through a lot of ball, and someone that, when he talks, you listen. His 25th year as a college coach, 7th as the head coach of this program, because you're in danger of getting swept by Florida State at home and falling to 6-6 in the ACC. And this was a team picked to finish 2nd in the conference, right behind Florida State, not far off at all. So let's see if they've got anything there. First pitch swinging, it's Kylie Chanel, flies out to Ruggiero. It's a baseball doubleheader coming up for you Thursday. 9th-ranked Virginia hosting Florida State. That's at 5 Eastern, and then at 8, Louisville and Duke from Durham, right here on ACC Network and on the ESPN app. 1 out for Mac Pavesi. She brought in the only Clemson run so far this game. And she'll take 1 hop over to Heller. Kind of fooled her for a moment, but gets down to a knee to throw out Pavesi. So 2 pitches and 2 outs here for Clemson in the 6th.
Right now for Clemson, it's almost about principle, right? You've only got now 4 outs to work with. What does your pride mean at this point? You know, that to me would be the meeting if I'm John Rittman. It's like, hey, This is our house. You know, we still have outs to work with. We still have opportunities to get better. Whatever the scoreboard says, it says. But we still have life left in this game. What we do with it matters.
Can you make some sort of statement here to finish off this series? Because one thing that the Tigers have really never been at home is toothless. And we have not seen them bare their teeth much at all this series. They've scored 4 total runs. And this is a team that, you know, I was in this exact same spot for the Clemson Regional last year, and they just mashed their way to the Supers. They didn't leave any doubt. It is somewhat of a younger team, though, and you've seen it already. 6 full years of this program, they've been to 3 Super Regionals already. What would you like to see more of or different from Clemson going forward?
It's been the same, I think, that I've chatted about all game, where it's just too many opportunities, too many situations where they haven't had the ability to really throw down the throttle.
Lazy fly ball to center off the bat of Collins, and Harp has it. And 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. 8 in a row retired now by McKenna Reed. Rebels are highlighting Saturday's lacrosse matchups right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. The men against Virginia, noon Eastern. The women facing Syracuse, both at home, 4 Eastern, Saturday on ACC Network and, as always, on the ESPN app. Alex Perlman, Aaron Miller back with you here as we start the 7th in Clemson, South Carolina. Not the series that Tigers fans that have come and packed out McWhirter Stadium all 3 games have been looking for. But it's the one that they got, running into a buzzsaw. Now officially the hottest team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles. 20 straight wins. Today would be 21, the longest active winning streak in the country right now. Maddie Fry coming up to the plate, replaced Anna Hind behind the dish, and now she gets the opportunity to get her first at bat of the series. Oh, and 2 on her. Kira Crosby still in the circle for Clemson. And that floats in for strike 3. First time that Kira Crosby has come back and just done that second strikeout.
This is something to be excited about for this freshman arm. It's that pitch. She has such a beautiful off-speed pitch. It's perfectly placed. I understand the frustration from Fry, her feeling like that ball was low, but it's just too close to take. It's a beautiful location.
Crosby got hurt in January and then, didn't come back until right before opening day. The same sort of thing that Lexi Hames had to deal with. Two freshman arms that, you never really know what you're getting out of a freshman pitcher, and that's why they brought in Abby Dunning, grad student from Boston College, Sierra Manis, who started this game, coming over from South Carolina upstate. But that kind of just shuttled Kira Crosby's development just a little bit. We're hoping maybe she could have a full preseason to build up the arm. Kind of Sturgis takes outside, hitting in Shelby McKenzie's spot. Swing and a miss. The off-speed has now produced 3 straight strikeouts for Crosby.
It's the only 3 strikeouts that we have had all game. And then they have all 3 come out of the hand of Crosby. The off-speed has been devastating.
What makes that so tough to hit?
It's slow.
But it also has that great downward movement, too.
I mean, yeah, the location of it is half the battle, but I just don't think that they've seen a successful off-speed really out of the hand of any arm for Clemson. And unfortunate it's coming so late in this game.
That is true. We don't, see much of it from Manis at all. Not Dunning yesterday either. Dunning more of a power pitcher. 2-0 on Harp.
And the fact that she can hum it, 64 miles an hour. I've seen her hit up to 66. You drop the eye level at the knees, you pull the string in the low to mid 40s. It's hard to cover that.
Little humpback liner handled by Collins. 1-2-3 inning for Kira Crosby. Last chance for the Tigers coming up, needing 6. Just 3 outs away from capturing her 1,000th career win. If Florida State can just retire the Tigers and finish off this series sweep, it'll be 21 straight wins, the longest win streak in the country right now. And incredibly, these stories just seem to write themselves. Lonnie Alameda would be doing it against her former mentor when she was an assistant coach at Stanford. John Rittman, for some of those years, was the head coach. Macy Cintron in to take a strike here from Reed, trying to close it out. And to add even more to this story, the last D1 coach to reach 1,000 wins was John Rittman. Did it 13 wins ago in an upset over number 12 Mississippi State. So the mentor and the mentee. Cintron's drawn 2 walks today. She tries to keep this game alive.
A lot of respect between these two head coaches. Coach Alameda talked about how much she enjoyed working with John Rittman, that he plays the game and coaches the game the right way. I don't know that there's a higher compliment than that.
No. Two of the outstanding coaches in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Pete DeMoore for Virginia Tech, certainly. Joanna Harden of Virginia. You could go up and down the names. Marissa Young for Duke. Holly April for Louisville. I mean, literally, you could go up and down. And this league has never been stronger. Right now, 5 teams in the top 25. And it seems to only get better. I mean, a record 9 NCAA tournament teams in a year ago. The count runs full on Cintron. Reed's streak of 8 in a row in danger of going away. Retired everybody she's seen. Clemson has Cintron, Noller, and Hicks coming up. Cintron batting 5th today. This is the 3rd time she's led off an inning.
Good battle here from Cintron. Getting rid of pitches that she's not wanting. 9th pitch of this at-bat. She's walked twice. I'd imagine she's chomping at the bits to put a bat on the ball.
Another payoff pitch. Downstairs. So Cintron does not register an at-bat here tonight, officially. 3 plate appearances, 3 walks. Not too long ago, John Rittman was the one who was celebrating 1,000 career wins. Back on February 28th, they got the jersey out there and everything. Special moment for a guy who has been coaching for 25 years and finally got that one under his belt. It's a long time to be a very successful coach. You have to win a lot of games in each season in order to be able to get 1,000 career wins. I mean, even the best seasons you're winning 40, maybe 50. It doesn't happen every year, though. And Clemson has won 40 games in 4 of their full 5 seasons. 2024 was the only game they didn't. And just barely at that. 1-1 the other way, easily into the seats.
4 out of the 7 innings, Florida State has walked the first batter of the inning.
That's right. And not once has that come around to score yet.
It's the same thing in game 2. 4 out of the 7 innings, walked the first batter.
And that's kind of what you're talking about. That's been the running theme for Clemson this weekend. It's just the inability to take advantage of those mistakes. But that's also why, yes, Florida State might sweep this series, but they do have work to do of their own. It has not been a perfect performance at all. Reed didn't get the call there on Noller. Even at 2-2. Clemson continuing to fight. Noller delivers deep right. Goodbye. Julia Noller, after grounding into a couple of double plays, puts 2 on the board with 1 swing for the Tigers. Clemson is not done yet.
Mashed. This ball's hung belt high. It wasn't even a question. Wasn't even a question. And finally we see Clemson take advantage of the leadoff walk. About time. They've had enough opportunities, and Noller cashing it in.
You know, that one feels good for her. I mean, last season, she blasted 15 homers. That's only her 2nd bomb of the year. 7-3 now. As Corey Hicks takes a strike. Noller gets the chain, but Clemson still has a lot of work to do. And deposits one into the ATM at that. Not just depositing one over the right field fence. Beecham gobbles it up. Across to Griggs, it's low, and she can't scoop it out. And now Florida State is going to start to understand what it's like to play a road series at McWhorter Stadium. First error of the series right there, as the ball goes into the dugout and Hicks is awarded second base.
Wow, big break here for Clemson. Should have been a routine play for Beecham across the diamond, and unable to dig it is Griggs. And in this moment, Griggs has just got to find the glove on that ball. Looks like she stepped a little too early, striding off the base too early there to read how that ball was going to hit. Change in the circle now.
Lonnie Alameda collecting the ball from McKenna Reed. And she'll hand it off to Ashton Danley to try to close this out. Clemson threatening, runner on second, still nobody out, and 2 in already here in the bottom of the 7th. Ashton Danley will try to close this game out just like she did in the series opener. And it's up to her with a runner on second and nobody out. 2 runs in. And Danley, who has been one of the more trusted arms for Florida State late in games this year. Her first test will be Sarah Bros, 0 for 2 today. Danley earned the save on Friday night. read the win. It's a series that the fans that have come in and pretty much packed out McWhorter Stadium, they've just been waiting for the opportunity to get behind the Tigers. They have it now. And the 1-1 is grounded over to short. Torres quickly collects and throws in time, and there's one out. So Hicks, or Ariel that is, the pinch runner, stays put at second base. Here's Taylor Pipkins. To Torres again, and there she has out number 2. Just don't hit the ball to Issa Torres is I think the name of the game.
Danley stepping in and taking care of business, hammering the strike zone, forcing Clemson to swing the bat, but that rolls the order up to the top to Brockenbrough, facing the toughest part of this order now.
Last chance, the leadoff hitter for Clemson. And Brockenbrough grounds it over to second. Heller throws to first in time. Florida sweeps, and Lonnie Alameda becomes the 12th active head coach to earn 1,000 career wins. The streak lives on, 21 straight wins for the Seminoles.
Huge weekend for Florida State. Scrappy weekend for this team. And they roll on, holding on. Longest win streak right now in 2026 season.
A disappointing weekend for Clemson, as they fall to 6-6 in the ACC. Florida State is 9-0 in conference. The hottest team in the country. Lonnie Alameda has them rolling, and what is in store now for the Noles is the only question. How long does this unbeaten run continue in conference? Because coming up, Florida State has Notre Dame at home, then they go to Stanford, North Carolina at Georgia Tech, at BC. I mean, you could potentially see them running the table. If they can get by Stanford, they are going to have an excellent chance. And there's the embrace between the boss, John Rittman, and Lonnie Alameda, assistant for years at Stanford under John, and now has not only taken over her own program, but has led it to greatness. The 2018 national champions, 2-time national runner-ups, and maybe it'll be 3 times by the end of this, and now she knows.
Oh my.
And there comes the Gatorade bath. Dousing Lonnie.
Such a special moment for her. Battling breast cancer, just got through chemo, into immunotherapy, and my goodness, this program has just carried her through some of the toughest moments of her life.
These players have, meant everything over the years. And not to wax too poetic, but to have that structure and have that backboard, it's absolutely special. And you can see how much this team absolutely loves their head coach, Lonnie Alameda. She's putting on the headset, which means we're going to get to talk to her in just a moment once we get it all going. There she is. Lonnie, congratulations. Now you've obviously heard what this win means.
Yeah. When I saw the water coming out, I was like, gotta be something going on here.
Gotta be something. And then you started thinking, okay, well, this was my first win, and this is my 500th. 1,000 career wins. What does that mean to you?
It means I've been lucky to be in this game for a long time. Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, no, it's been awesome. I didn't even really know that. And it's crazy going through chemo, you get really emotional. So it just keeps getting with me. So, but I really love this team. It's a special group. Got some alumni here, which is so cool. A huge family. Like, I'm just so grateful for the culture that we have, but, you know, still like ride that transactional side, right? Like, we got to win games, and I know that, but I just love the transformational side of it.
Coach, I want to give you a second to reminisce. You mentioned it, 1,000 games, 1,000 wins means you've been in the game for a while. You've experienced a lot. If you were going to send a message to young Lonnie Alameda just starting her coaching career, what would you say to her?
Aaron, stop it. You know, I'm just really proud of our staff and just how we've done it. You know, I think that to younger coaches, and they ask, like, I've just stuck with who I am the whole time. And I think, you know, at times you question yourself a little bit, but like, I've just stuck with it. And that's just been like my true north, you know, and it's just been so fun that I have like such a good support group that like sees that and believes in that. And, you know, it's so fun. So I'm so thankful. So thank you, young Lonnie, for getting after it, because I've just had a blast. But I have amazing, amazing support people, and I surround yourself with amazing people. You know, it's fun. This journey is the highs and lows. And our interview, you know, about Issa going through the highs and lows, like, if you just love your people and you don't ride the ups and downs and you just enjoy it, it's so much fun. So I'm so thankful.
Coach, what was the conversation like between you and, you know, your former mentor, John Rittman? Amazing to have that happen here after now you join him as an 1,000 career winner.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I babysat his children, you know. You know, I think Lori, she played at Oklahoma, his wife. And so, you know, we just go way back. But he wouldn't be the person he is. I wouldn't be the person I am without the experiences that we had together. You know, I ran the concession stand. We did the grounds crew. I did the uniforms. We did the laundry. You know, we were on a rec field at Stanford. And now look at it, you know, I'll get to play there in a couple weeks. And so, you know, I just think a lot of us that have been in the game, we really rely on each other and experiences and grow. And what he's done here is incredible. And, you know, we got something good going on down there in Tallahassee too. And just grateful and thankful for our grind that we grinded together. And people like Lisa Novice, you know, like, she like gave me opportunities at a young age, but you just grind together because you love what you do. So yeah, grateful for him and giving me the opportunity, and, you know, and we're just moving it to pass the torch to somebody else.
Now, just reminiscing on this series, because it's over. You guys sweep 21 straight wins. I'm sure by now know that's the longest active winning streak in the country, with Texas and Oklahoma going down. No pressure, of course.
I don't know. I'm not a numbers girl, so I don't know that stuff. So,
well, that's true. I mean, if you didn't even know this was going to be 1,000 career wins. What did you think of the way that your team played moving forward, and what areas did you identify as being ones that you could maybe improve on even more going through the rest of the ACC?
Yeah, I mean, we've been challenging ourselves to be better pitching, to be better defensively, getting after pitching and defense together. I think our swings have been pretty, you know, on spot, you know, and they're really passing the bat mentality. We've grown there. So can we shore up I mean, pitching's hard now in college softball. Like, you know, you've got to really be good, and you've got to hand the ball to your next pitcher to go out there and do a job and play, you know, for shutting down big innings. And so we've just tried to be grittier on that. And like, this is a great swinging team, and we're in their park. And I thought we did a really good job this weekend of doing that. And, you know, just neutralizing some swings. And so that's been pretty fun. So, yeah, you know, I mean, we're going to go into Stanford. They're swinging the crap out of it. I don't know if that's a bad word or not. But, like, you know, they're on the road and just swinging. That Duke game today was crazy. And, you know, I just know that we're going to get challenged out there. We got Notre Dame next weekend, who's scrappy as all get out. So, but, you know, today was great. Issa was great today. She made some huge adjustments, and that's so fun to see. And Aaron knows that, right? Like, you get in the grind, and you get in your head, and you're over, and you want to be great, and then you just work to get it. And, you know, it's awesome. You know, it's fun to see them work through those failures and get to successes. Yeah.
Lonnie, congratulations.
Thank you.
A really fun night here in Clemson.
Yes. So thank you, best. Yeah. Hi, family at home. I know they watch a ton. Love you guys, and it's good stuff. So thank you all.
A legend of the game, and she is rightly rewarded with her 1,000th career win. And Florida State wins their 21st straight game, sweeping Clemson. The final score 7-3 over the Tigers. That will do it for us here at McWhorter Stadium with Aaron Miller, our fantastic ACC Network crew the last 2 days. Alex Perlman saying good night here from Clemson, South Carolina.